Leo? How are you all doing? It is time for your April 2025 extended reading. So, this is just one last swoop across the table. I got to make sure I got every last crumb of information, every situation, every scenario out of the month of April as I possibly can before we can move on to the mid-month messages. And that's my favorite time of the month, but we got to get this out of the way first. So y'all know what to do if you need a personal reading. Just check the description of the video. That's where you'll find everything you need to know as far as how to go about doing that. What's up, y'all? Man, y'all showed up quick. Wow, less than a minute. Cool. All right. Let's see. What am I starting these off with again? Oh, yeah. General messages. General messages for Leo. So, general, career, finance, friends, family, anything but romance. Let's see what general messages we have for Leo. Woo, look at that though. 10 of Pentacles. So I will say this. For those of you who are actively out there making moves to do something to improve your financial situation, you got a lot of energy supporting you. And so whatever that may be, whether you're out looking for a new job, or you're adding another stream of income to your business, or some of you maybe have started a business and you're waiting for it to get up off the ground. Whatever it is that you're doing, as long as you're taking action. I cannot stress that enough. Money is not going to come knocking at your door. You got to be out there taking action. But it does look like there's a lot of energy supporting whatever moves you're making financially. All right, let's see here. King of Swords reverse. See, King of Pentacles. Hang on. 10 of Wands. Okay. Ooh. So I'm kind of feeling like there's somebody around you that is jealous of you. Yup, there's somebody around you that's jealous of you. Yup. Especially those of you making big moves. There's somebody around you that's jealous of you. And I tell people this all the time. Especially if you've never really busted a big move before. I know there's a little handful of you who are making big moves for the first time ever. You will discover at least one undercover hater in your close circle of friends and family. And I'm not going to lie, with the 10 of Cups reversed here, I do got some family energy in this spread. You busting big moves, you taking action, and it's working. And there's somebody around you that doesn't like that. They don't want to see you do good. And it could start some drama. And every time I tell people that, everybody always has the same response. Oh, no, not my circle. Now, that may happen to other people, but not my friends, not my family. And then once you actually manifest something, you see every fucking time. Every time. Could be your best fucking friend since elementary school. Could be your cousin that you've been tight with since y'all was little kids. Could be your fucking mom. Could be your dad, your brother, your sister. Somebody you're going to find out is an undercover hater. And I'm kind of feeling like some of y'all about to be experiencing that. Yep, some of y'all about to be experiencing that. Somebody you thought was close to you doesn't want to see you do better than them. Isn't that just sad? I've never understood that because I don't know. The mentality that there's not enough to go around for everybody, I've never been able to wrap my mind around that. Never been able to wrap my mind around that. That lack mentality, you know. You being successful will not cause my failure. You know, And sometimes people just have that attitude, like, oh, you're taking it all, you know? Never understood that, ever. Anyway, let's get some general advice for Leo. General advice. What general advice do we have for the Leo collective? Hey, man, 10 of fucking pentacles, bro. Twice in a row. Yo, all right, check this out. So I want to disambiguate some cliche phrases and buzzwords that you hear, especially like in the communities of motivational speakers and stuff like that. One thing you hear them say a lot is that you lose 90% of your friends and family on the path to success. Now let's dig that up. Why? Why does everybody say that? A lot of people are under the misconception that that means, oh, I'm better than you now, so I'm cutting you out of my life. No, not at all. Not at all. What happens is when you make a massive frequency jump like that, and you change frequencies overnight, you are going to notice static between you and people close to you who are staying stuck on the old frequency. It's called frequency equalization. It doesn't mean you have to cut people out of your life. It means they're going to fall out of your life. That's just what's going to happen. It's going to happen. Now, every now and then, you'll see somebody who has a pretty supportive circle, and most people won't fall out of their life. I think the fewest I've seen of all the people that I've coached, all the people I've been teaching manifestation to, the fewest I've seen is one person. You know, they only lost one person, you know, and, you know, usually it's like an old friend or something like that. But a lot of people, you're going to have a little handful of people that's going to show themselves, show their true colors, you know, and don't fight the process. Because if you want to be a vibrational match, think about it like this, okay? You're like a biological radio, okay? Imagine you're a radio. And when you're sitting in your car, there are hundreds, thousands of radio stations blasting through your car. But the radio's only able to tune into one at a time, okay? So everything in your life, every person, everything that makes up your personal life experience is the frequency you're tuned into, okay? Well, your blessings are all the way over here on a different frequency. So let's say you're tuned into 93.1 and your blessings are all the way over here on 107.7. Well, everybody who's staying stuck on 93.1, it's going to get real staticky when you start changing frequencies. And what you see some people do, which is heartbreaking as fuck, is they cling to those people because they're afraid to lose them. Well, if you cling to somebody who's staying stuck on 93.1, you're not going to be able to change to 107.7 while you're clung to them. Your blessings will get flushed down the toilet. You'll never tune into the frequency where you get to experience this. You won't. You will. Not you might. Not you could. You will have to let go of something or someone you don't want to let go of on your path to success. You will. You will. You will. You will. You will. Okay? Some of you, if you go crazy enough, you might become a vibrational mismatch to the area of the grid you're on. And you'll have to get up and change locations. You change frequencies crazy enough, you won't even be a frequency match to the town you live in anymore. It can get wild, dude, I'm telling you. All I'm saying is don't fight the process. Let it roll. And it can be fucking scary. All right. Now let's move on to the love portion of the reading. What am I looking at? Oh yeah, let's see who's coming in next for the singles. Who's coming in next for the single Leos? Who is coming in next? There's been a general theme that several signs have been sharing. I hope this isn't the same one, because it's not bad, but it's not the greatest message in the world. Six of Cups reversed. Knight of Cups reversed. Damn, dog. Ten of Pentacles again. Third time in a row, yo. But this is the love portion. So, could be an earth sign headed your way. Now, Ten of Pentacles in a love situation isn't bad, but it's not great. It's basically where two people come together and they have a relationship that looks really good. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Okay? It looks really good. Y'all might look real good on social media, look good out in public, get lots of compliments from your friends and family. Oh, I'm so glad you're happy. Oh, man, it looks like you finally found the one. You look so good, you know? And for all intents and purposes, it may be good. I'm not saying it's not. What I'm saying is that if you have 10 of Pentacles, but you don't have the 10 Cups, that means that there's still an energetic disconnect at the deepest level. It's surface level. Surface level, you know? And again, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you get it in check before it's too late. So communication's a little bit funny between you and this person. This person may have some self-confidence, self-esteem issues. Matter of fact, this person may just completely think you are way out of their fucking league, you know? Yeah, so deep down inside, even though it looks good, there's a part of you that's not really 100% sure if you're committing to this. Not really. It looks good. You're getting all these compliments, and we all know how much Leo loves compliments. You know, but deep down, there's something that doesn't feel right. Something doesn't feel right. You know, even the Leo-iest fucking Leo in the world being showered with compliments, there's still something that doesn't quite feel right. There's this little nagging voice deep down inside, like, something feels funny. Because y'all just aren't connected at that deep level, you know? So, I think it's a long-term contract, though. I do think that this is a long-term soul contract. All right, well, and no, by the way, I don't think it's somebody that you currently know. I don't think so. So, I think this is a totally brand new person. Let's see their true feelings, energies, and intentions. Let's see, next person coming in for Leo. What are their true feelings, energies, and intentions? How do they see you? How do they feel about you? What's their energy look like in general? What kind of person are they? Nah, man, I was hoping that wouldn't come out. This was yelling at me the whole time I was shuffling. I was trying to shuffle around it because I didn't want this to come out, but it fucking came out. So, Knight of Wands. A little bit immature, a little bit. See, they got Two of Wands too. But man, we got the Lovers card though. You know what this is? They're afraid this may be too good to be true. That's what it is. That's what it is. They're ready to settle down with their person. And they would love nothing more than for you to be their person. But like I said, I think they have some insecurity issues and self-confidence issues. In their mind, they feel like you could have any fucking body you want. So their fear is that one day you're going to wake up and realize that and just end it. You know why? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where the fuck did it go? Well, that's what happened to them in the past. I just had the Six of Cups here. Where did it fucking go? Anyway, I think that's what happened to them in the past. Maybe that was the last spread. I think that's what happened to them in the past. In the past, they dealt with somebody that just woke up one day, and the wind was blowing in a different direction, so they changed their mind and turned on them. And they're afraid of that happening again. So, okay. But at the end of the day, they are ready to settle down. They're ready to settle down long term. Okay, well, let's see how it plays out for the first 60 days. How's it playing out for the first 60 days? How's it playing out for the first 60 days? When the next person comes in for Leo, Wheel of Fortune reversed. 2 more. Eight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles reversed. 7 of Swords reversed. Uh-oh. Wow. Hold up. Wait a minute. This is confusing. So, yeah, I'm seeing, like I said, y'all aren't connected at the deepest level. And like I said, that's not an issue in the beginning, as long as you can get that in check. But if you don't get it in check, boom, it's usually going to end up leading to some kind of drama popping off at some point. And I was about to say I don't see separation happening, but then the Eight of Cups came out here, indicating that it could blow up out of nowhere and somebody could be walking away from this. Yeah, maybe you'll walk away from this and go explore other options. Damn, dog. That sucks. All right, whatever. Let's get the advice. Let's get the advice. What is the best advice? What's the best advice? Star card reversed. Knight of Coins reversed. Amen. Lover's card. Look, this could potentially turn into something extremely successful. Extremely. Let me just put it to you like this. A healthy, successful, thriving relationship is not a relationship with no challenges, no obstacles, and no problems. Okay? Now, when I say challenges, obstacles, and problems, that does not mean cheating, domestic violence, verbal abuse, manipulation. That's not ups and downs, okay? That's fucking run. I have to preface this by saying that. We all know that one couple that says, oh, yeah, we've had our ups and downs. And it's like, yeah, y'all have broke up, got back together. You left and went and fucked somebody. They left and went and fucked somebody. You know, she got pregnant by somebody else and got an abortion. You went to jail for beating her up. That's not ups and downs. That's toxic as fuck, you know. I'm not talking about that kind of shit. What I'm saying is normal, everyday humans disagreeing, you know. A successful relationship is not a relationship without that shit. That shit's gonna happen. A healthy, successful relationship is one where we know how to work through that together. as a team. We know how to work through that. How do we do that? I work on me, and you work on you. There's no finger pointing. I don't care what you did or didn't do. I don't care if you are an honest person or a dishonest person. You got shit you need to work on. Don't care who you are. If you think you don't have anything that you need to work on, I promise you're the problem. Promise you. Promise you. Every time. Take a look at any relationship, right? The person that refuses to look at themselves is always the problem. Always. 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 Right? The one that always points the finger. It's never their fault. They're always casting blame. They're always the problem, aren't they? So, just know that there is a lot of potential here. This could be long term. When it first blows up into y'all's first little disagreement, pull the reins in. And sometimes you just got to be the bigger fucking person and open up and say, okay, all right, well, here's what I'm willing to work on. You know, here's what I'm willing to work on. Now, you ain't no perfect little angel either, but we ain't going to work through this unless we're both willing to work on some shit. I'll go first, and I'll talk about what I can work on. And if both of you can get on the same page like that, you could build a life partnership. You could. Yes, you could. All right. Now, what's next? Oh, yeah. Current long-term partner. So, if you're not in a long-term relationship, this is not for you. If you are in a long-term relationship, but the two of you are not experiencing problems, this is not for you. Let's see what's happening between Leo and the current long-term partner. What's happening, man? What's happening? Ooh, Page of Swords reverse. Trust issues, dude. Big time trust issues. All right, last shuffle. Three of Pentacles reversed, Six of Swords reversed, Death reversed, Tower reversed. Have y'all done this before? I know I say that a lot, but this has on and off written all over it. So you've either already been on and off with this person, or this connection is being artificially propped up. An ending is being prevented. This is a house of cards, a house of fucking feathers. You fart too loud, it's going to blow it down. So, yeah, this looks like at any given time, one gust of wind, one loud fart, it's going to come crashing down. So, yeah, wow. There's just not a connection there anymore. There's just not a connection there anymore. For those of you, now I know this isn't going to be all of you, but for those of you dealing with a situation in which there was infidelity in the past, not you suspect it, not you're being accused, cat's out of the bag, it's no secret, and we agreed to work through it. Okay? If that's your situation, whoever it was that was betrayed never got over it. I don't know who. I don't know if you was betrayed or if you're the one that did the betraying, but whoever was betrayed in the past never got over it. Never, ever got over it. Just been stuffing it down, burying it, and pretending that everything's okay when it's not. Again, I know that's not all of you, but yeah. Okay, well, some of you, let's see the sounds I got here on the table. Some of you are dealing with an Aries. I also have Scorpio, Taurus. Aries, Scorpio, Taurus. Okay. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right. Well, let's see how they feel about you. How's the current long-term partner feel about Leo? What are their feelings towards you? What's their energy look like? What kind of person are they in general? Four of Swords. Yeah, they feel like this relationship is a burden. Hangman, Two of Wands. So they don't really know what to do. They don't really know what to do. They don't know if they should stay or go. So they're just kind of hanging around waiting, seeing what happens. Ten of Cups Lovers card. All right, but we got the Two of Wands here. So they're kind of hanging around waiting, probably hoping that things will just get better. But they don't know if they should just move on from this or hang around and wait to see if things get better. They're just hanging around and waiting. Doesn't look like they're in love. I wouldn't say they're in love. I wouldn't say that. But yeah, the more they hang around and wait, where's it at? The more they hang around and wait, the heavier the burden is getting. And they're afraid that any day is going to be the day that it comes crashing down. Any day. Well, I don't think that's happening. I don't think separation is happening in April. So let's get the advice. What's the advice for Leo and the current long-term partner? What's the advice? Two of Pentacles reversed. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, damn, dog. Well, if you just hang around and wait, it's going to get heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. And eventually, you ain't going to be able to hold up the weight. Eventually, the universe is going to kick the tower over on you. Eventually. Eventually. So the only thing I can say is this. Have you exhausted every other option? Every option. Have we thought about couples counseling? I mean, honestly, man, it's so fucking simple. It's so fucking simple. You know, the hardest part about working on a relationship is getting your own ego out of the way. That's the hardest part. That's the hardest part. The hardest part is swallowing your ego and admitting to your own bullshit. That's the hardest part. And you would think when you're talking about it, it sounds like an easy thing to do. But we always get caught up in what the other person needs to do. You know, that's another thing. That's another thing that's hard about it. We always get so caught up in what the other person needs to do. You're caught up in what they need to be doing, and they're caught up in what you need to be doing. Getting two people to just turn away from all that and turn their focus in on themselves. And like I've said before, the best thing you can do is lead by example. Best thing you can do. That's not a guarantee, but that greatly increases the chances. If the two of you have a conversation with each other, you know, and you're telling them all the things you don't like about them, and they're telling you all the things they don't like about you, eventually, if you just say, okay, you know what? All right, cool. So those are the things you need to work on. and here's the things I need to work on. I'm going to be the bigger person and go first. And actually do it. Like, do it. Eventually, over time, as they sit back and watch you change into a different person, it's going to start illuminating something within themselves. They're going to start realizing that, oh, you're actually doing a damn thing. That's making me look bad. Well, anybody can clearly see that you're growing and evolving and I'm not. So that's making me look bad. So most of the time that will inspire them to follow suit. Not all the time, about 60% of the time. So if you have already tried all of that shit, everything, you've exhausted every option at your disposal, and still ain't nothing changing, telling you, man, the universe gonna kick the tower over before too long. But yeah, that's all you can do, though. It's all you can do. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Leo family needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, the information for personal readings is right down there in the description, okay? All right, I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey.